Mike Reagan, and more. Bill O'Reilly's No Spin News Show is on Newsmax TV. Get it on DirecTV Channel 349, Xfinity 1115, Dish 216, Uverse 1220, Fios 615, and Spectrum. Newsmax TV. Real news for real people.
I needed new blinds. I knew I could save a ton of money if I put them in myself, but I was nervous about measuring right and then installing them. That's why I went to Blinds.com. I'd heard their ads on the radio, how they're the #1 online retailer of custom window coverings, but I still had to install them. So I called in my design consultant, Carla. She talks me through it all, from picking the right blinds to installing them. Plus, the online design consultation was free. Samples were free. Shipping was free. My home looks perfect.
Spring is in here, and with 15 million windows covered and over 30,000 five-star customer reviews, Blinds.com is America's #1 choice to refresh your home. Every order gets free samples, free shipping, and a 100% satisfaction guarantee. Go to Blinds.com to transform your home, because now for April 15th is the Blinds.com Spring Black Friday sale. Get up to 40% off everything, plus an extra 5% off with promo code BECK. Blinds.com, promo code BECK. Rules and restrictions apply.
If you like antiques and collectibles, this is going to be one estate auction you won't want to miss. It's another quality gallon auction. It is the Eugene Wright Estate Auction that will take place on Saturday, April the 13th at the Seward County Fairgrounds Ag Building starting at 10 a.m. sharp. Included in this auction, Native American blankets, toy chests, Coleman lanterns, camping equipment, furniture, and more. It's the Eugene Wright Estate Sale, Saturday, April the 13th at the Seward County Ag Building starting at 10 a.m. For more information, you can go to GatlinAuction.com or KSCBnews.net. Heinz and Watch begins at noon tomorrow and continues until 7 p.m. Thursday night. Mainly sunny this afternoon with a high of 88. South winds 20 to 25 miles per hour. Mainly clear skies and quiet again. Tonight, lows of a lock around 55. Partly foggy skies. Tomorrow, highs around 81. From the Weatherology Weather Center, I'm meteorologist Jennifer Ruchitsky. Currently, it's 82. Talk Radio 1270 KSCB Liberal.
And here's the summer from townhall.com. Don Johnson. President Trump is not looking to renew the much criticized practice of separating migrant families at the border with Mexico. As correspondent Greg Lipston reports, the president says there are no plans to reinstate the family separation policy, even though he believes the practice acted as a deterrent to migrant families seeking entry into the U.S.
Once you don't have it, that's why you see many more people coming. They're coming like it's a picnic, because let's go to Disneyland.
And he tells reporters that his administration wasn't responsible for the policy in the first place.
President Obama had child separation. Take a look.
Ray Claxton, the White House. Meanwhile, the president's voter approval numbers are growing more favorable. Rasmussen daily presidential tracking poll shows President Trump achieving a 53% approval among likely U.S. voters, a percentage point higher than his post-State of the Union mark, and an upward trend since the Mueller report was delivered to the Attorney General. Also significant, the president's strongly approved percentage has now surpassed the strongly disapproved for the first time in 2 years.
Call the meeting to order. Could we have roll call, please?
Mayor Segrist.
Present.
Vice Mayor Harden.
Present.
Commissioner Martinez.
Here.
Commissioner Warren.
Here.
And I do believe, is Commissioner Carlo appearing by phone?
Yes.
Okay, and Commissioner Carlo will be appearing by phone. We have a quorum, Your Honor.
Thank you. Would you join me in the Pledge of Allegiance? I
pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Welcome, Jim.
Madam Mayor, Commissioners, Mr. Burke, staff, I thank you for the privilege in behalf of the Ministerial Alliance to come and to pray for you. And I would ask at this time if you would just bow your head in reverence to the Lord as we go to prayer. Father God, I want to thank you for the privilege to come and to pray for our city commissioners and the staff. Lord, I hold up our police and law enforcement, our first responders, and our fire departments, and all the employees. Father God, I just pray for wisdom, and I ask, Lord, for support from the community. I ask for direction and reassurance, Lord, and the safety as they all work to accomplish their duties and in serving my home, our community, to make our home a better place in which to worship and to live in. Father God, I pray that you be with each of them, and I pray that you would be with their families. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen.
Amen. Amen. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. The next item is awards, proclamations, and presentations. Would Southern Pioneer please come forward? And please state your names at the podium for us.
Okay.
You want the big one, or
You want me to?
if you would like, if not,
Okay.
we just brought it just in case.
Okay. Is this is it any way I want? Yes, thank you for inviting us here today. My name is Steve Epperson. I'm the CEO of Pioneer Electric Cooperative and Southern Pioneer Electric Company. And I'll let those of you with us go ahead and introduce yourselves.
I'm Clint Meyer, Engineering and Operations Manager at Liberal Office for Southern Pioneer.
I'm Mel Patterson. I'm Administration and Benefits Coordinator at Southern.
Good afternoon. I'm Ray Gorman. I'm the Energy Services Manager for both Pioneer and Southern Pioneer Electric.
Do you have something to say, or are you just going to leave it to me right now?
I'll leave it to you.
All right, all right.
Because you have an exciting announcement to make.
I'll try not to make you regret that. First thing I wanted to say is I really appreciate the prayer at the commencement of the meeting. I do appreciate that. We very much do. We do have an exciting announcement to help you all with the ball fields and the drainage issues. I don't know if you've told them too much, Cal, but we wanted to, in our way, our gesture, to say we really appreciate the partnership we have with the City of Liberal. Really appreciate Cal and the work he's done with us. We truly do see ourselves as partners. We're a not-for-profit electric utility, and really we exist solely to provide opportunities in rural America that exist a lot in urban America to make it more viable, manage to the lowest possible rate, and provide as best the service that we can provide. We try to do world-class service at every opportunity. And as such, Pioneer and Southern Pioneer have able to come together to share expenses, to reduce costs. And we've been able to encompass both of us, both entities, the same mission. And in doing so, one of the big pillars of what it is that is our mandate from our board of directors is to be very conscientious of the community and the people that we serve. And we truly see it as a service. We are primarily a service company that happens to distribute electricity. That's really kind of how we see ourselves. And in that, we knew that there was a need. Cal let us know that there was a need. And so the Board of Directors for Pioneer Electric and Southern Pioneer Electric would like to award the city a $25,000 check to help offset the expenses. Okay, that's what that was. To offset the expenses associated with that needed upgrade to the ball fields. And again, we really appreciate you all, the work we've been able to do. We look forward to much work in the future with y'all.
Thank you so much.
Thank you guys very much.
Mayor.
The man on the end gets the check.
I know, he's the money man.
He's the money man.
All right, do you want to see it before you give it to him?
I'm on the end.
You bet. Our pleasure. You bet.
Thank you so much.
Thank you guys very much.
Thank you.
Very generous.
Try really hard. All right, and I hope this will be something you can put in the face of other corporate partners.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, come on.
And we really do want to thank you, and we do encourage other business in the area to help out. This isn't for the city, this is for the youth of our community to have a nice sports complex that's not underwater.
Yeah, that's always
Yes,
nice.
indeed.
And so we really, really thank you guys.
We could also do water polo, I guess, if we had to.
Make the best out of it.
Thank you.
Thank you guys very
Thank you
much.
for coming and making the presentation.
You bet. Thank you for
Appreciate your
having
time.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you. Okay.
You want this?
Sure.
Get it,
Sure.
Thank you.
You didn't notice I put extra zeros on that one, did you?
Go back and talk to my skill.
Don't worry, Steve, he couldn't see them.
Thank you guys. Have a great day.
So much.
Okay, the next item is approval of the agenda.
I'll make a motion that we approve the agenda as printed.
Second.
Motion by Commissioner Harden, second by Commissioner Warren to approve the agenda. Any discussion? All in favor? Motion carries 4-0. The next item is the minutes, and I have a question for you, Taylor, on
Yes, ma'am.
item number 12 on the minutes. You voted negative. Do you want your vote recorded? It didn't say who voted negative.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay, so you want your vote recorded?
That was, item 12 was the ball field, right? The grant?
Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Okay. So,
This makes you feel a little better, doesn't it?
And just so you guys are aware, this puts my total of contributions to this project at $75,000.
Nice.
I still 125 of the short of the expected 200, but we're working on it. And thank everybody that helps us. Encourage anybody to help us some more.
so we need to amend the minutes to reflect your negative vote.
Okay. I'll make a motion that we amend. Can we amend and approve in one motion, or amend and approve? Amend and approve?
Approve the amended.
Approve the amended.
Corrected.
Okay. I'll make a motion that we approve the corrected minutes for the March 26, 2019 regular meeting.
Second.
Motion by Commissioner Harden, second by Commissioner Warren to approve the amended March 26, 2019 regular meeting minutes. Any discussion? All in favor? Motion carries 4-0.
Do you have a
Item-
question, Tony? I was sick that day, so should I stay out of the, or I read them, so,
Okay, I think that counts.
That's fine.
That counts.
Okay.
Yeah, okay.
thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
For the question. The next item is, are there any items from citizens? Yes. Please do.
Yes, sir.
We ask that you limit your comments to 5 minutes.
Commissioners and staff, in behalf of the Ministerial Alliance, I would like to extend a personal invitation to join us on our National Day of Prayer, May the 2nd. I have the personal invitations for all of you here, and it will be in the 3rd County Administration Building, and it'll be in the Commission Chambers from 12:05 to 12:55, May the 2nd. Our theme this year is Pray for America and to love one another.
Jim.
Thank you very much, Jim.
Thank you for the invitation, Jim. Appreciate it.
We're only taking stuff with checks attached today, Jim. Oh, okay. Thank you.
Are there any other items from citizens? Any items from groups? We'll move on to the consent agenda.
I'll make a motion that we approve the consent agenda as presented.
Second.
Oh. Second there.
Okay. A motion by Commissioner Warren, second by Commissioner Martinez to approve the consent agenda. Any discussion? All in favor? Motion carries 4-0. The next item is number 7, the Kansas Water Pollution Control Revolving Fund Interceptor and WWTP Rehabilitation and Upgrade Project, C20-139101.
Just say yes and go.
Yeah.
Here now.
How are you today, Chris?
Good, sir. Thank you. Commissioners, you have before you the first amendment to the loan agreement, C20-139101. I'm going to try to summarize this up, but it was for engineering and administrative costs dealing with our wastewater treatment improvement projects. The original loan amount was $2,985,000, and this amendment would increase the loan by $1,289,042 to make the new loan amount $4,274,042. Part of the requirement with the projects is that the engineering and admin was separated out to its own loan, and so we'll address the remainder later. But so this is a two-part item. The first one, approval of the ordinance would allow us to enter into the amended loan agreement, and then should the commission approve the ordinance, then we would be, the second part would actually be asking for approval of the loan amendment itself. But the same interest rate, the same loan term, everything applies. It's just our payments will be a little higher.
Okay, can I have a motion to approve ordinance 4522?
I'll make a motion to approve ordinance number 4522.
Second.
I have a motion by Commissioner Harden, second by Commissioner Warren to approve ordinance number 4522. Any discussion? All in favor? Motion carries 4-0.
And then I'll make a motion for the approval of the First Amendment to the loan agreement with the State of Kansas Department of Health and Environment.
Do we need to add project on that, the project number onto that?
C20-139101.
Can you add that?
Yeah, no problem at all. For project C20-139101.
Okay. Anybody second?
I'll second.
Okay, a motion by Commissioner Harden, second by Commissioner Martinez to approve the First Amendment to the loan agreement with the State of Kansas Department of Health and Environment for project C20-139101. Any discussion? All in favor? Motion carries 4-0. You're going to do the next,
for the next one?
Ordinance number 8.
Oh, yes, ma'am. Commissioners, item number 8 deals with the construction portion of the wastewater project. It's, I guess, with the changes from going to a standalone plant, plus the passages of time, whatnot, have caused our cost to increase, and so. Therefore, we've requested from KDHE, and they've approved to increase our loan amount for the construction. The original amount was $26,643,080. And with this loan amendment, we would be seeking commission approval to increase the loan by $12,888,800 to make the new total loan $39,531,880. But similar to the last item, the interest rate and the payment terms, everything will remain the same except the amounts will increase to meet that revised loan amount. And so with this item, there's also two parts. The first one would be the ordinance to authorize entering into the First Amendment to the loan agreement, C-20-1391-02. And then the second part would be approval of the the First Amendment to the loan agreement.
It's like the other.
Just as a quick question, since the term of the loan isn't changing, the interest rates aren't changing, is it that big of a negative impact to us as far as the amount that the payments themselves are changing? Is it going to put us in a pretty big crunch between the two loans?
Well, with the implementation of the rate schedules and whatnot that we've done, we've done the forecasting and whatnot, and we'll still be able to
easily make the payments,
carry these payments. So,
fantastic. I'll make a motion that we approve the Kansas Water Pollution Control Revolving Fund Interceptor and Wastewater Treatment Plant Rehabilitation and Upgrade Project C-20-1391-02 as ordinance number 4523. Good God, don't have to repeat all that, do you?
Probably.
Yeah.
You could have just said
ordinance number 4523.
We have a motion by Commissioner Hart, second by Commissioner Warren to approve Kansas Water Pollution Control Revolving Fund Interceptor and WWTP Rehabilitation and Upgrade Project C-20-1391-02, which is ordinance number 4523. Any discussion?
I'm sorry.
All in favor? Motion carries 4-2.
I'll also make a motion for the approval of the First Amendment to the loan agreement with the State of Kansas Department of Health and Environment for C-20-1391-02.
Second.
Okay, motion by Commissioner Harden, second by Commissioner Martinez to approve the First Amendment to the loan agreement with the State of Kansas Department of Health and Environment for project C-20-1391-02. Any discussion? All in favor? Motion carries 4-0. Thank you, Chris.
Okay. Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you. Okay, number 9, the Liberal Water Treatment Plant Facility bid.
Come on up.
Mr. Earls.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Mayor, Commissioners. Just to clarify also on those loans, that also included the cost of the interceptor sewer that we did earlier. It also includes the force main, which we haven't bid yet, to go out to the Arcalin, and it also includes a new back truck that also hasn't been bid yet. So that's all part of that loan agreement.
Fantastic.
Been done. Okay, we had on March 22nd we took bids. There were 4 bids. The engineer's estimate was $3.2 million. The low bid was $30.8 million. We had another bid for $32.5 million. 37.9 and 44 million. The low bid is Walters Morgan Construction out of Manhattan, Kansas. We've got dealings with them before, and they've visited with us throughout this project, and we would recommend that you take the low bid of Walters Morgan for $30.8 million. Did you guys all get the breakdown of costs?
Yeah, it should be in the packet.
I won't go through all of them, but it's interesting to see it when you get a chance to just kind of look across. And then you can see why it's so hard for us as engineers to do the bids. The very first item is mobilization, and it goes from $150,000 to $2.8 million. And therefore, you can see why we as engineers have difficulty trying to come up with an engineer's estimate.
Absolutely. And on the motion, would you like it to be not to exceed $30,800,000, or do we need to do it for the exact amount of the bid?
What we approved the low bid, and the actual amount of money is in your loan amount. You actually have the engineer's estimate in the loan amount of $33.2 million, and that's just to take care of any unseen. Although we don't foresee anything.
Perfect.
But yes, you'll just simply approve it as the loan amount, having as the bid amount is what would be approved, and any change orders would come back through you.
Fantastic.
Just so we don't say a number then.
Yes.
Make a motion that we approve the bid from Walters Morgan Construction Incorporated.
I'll second
A
that.
motion by Commissioner Harden, second by Commissioner Martinez to accept the the bid from Walters Morgan Construction Company. Any discussion? All in favor? Carries 4-0.
Thank you. Well, from here, we'll get the contracts to the contractor, and then we'll set up a pre-con meeting, and we'll let you all know when the pre-con is if you so wish to attend. And we'll also have Pioneer Electric there, Southern Pioneer rather, and as well as the gas. Make sure everybody's there, as well as National Beef and their contractor, UCI, so that we can all work together to get the plants working.
Fantastic.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
And also, as an added note, with this outside contractor coming in, it will add a boost to our EcoDevo and our tourism dollars, because their employees will be staying in motels for 4 nights. They'll be eating here. Pete and I've talked at roughly once National and our contractors, both contractors going, we could see 100 to 200 people staying here, transient for a 2-year project. So it could have a significant boost to our sales tax dollars and our tourism dollars.
Yep, that's excellent.
Thank you. The next is number 10, the Fire Department Grant Acceptance. Technology purchase, iPads and touchpads.
Mayor, Vice Mayor, Commissioners, first off, I want to apologize. There's been some confusion with item 10, and hopefully I'll be able to clarify everything. Back in beginning of February, met with Karen LaFrenery, our grant coordinator, and we expressed a grant that we wanted to go after with a local charitable foundation to replace, basically what it boils down to are 3-ring binders that we keep in our trucks that contain pre-plan information, hydrant locations, maps of motels and trailer parks, things that the firefighters use to help guide them wherever they get called out. Well, we wanted to look at some computer technology to condense everything into one system and put these in each one of the trucks, so everything's at their fingertips. If they pull up an address, they'll be able to see. If it's Walmart, they'll see inspection information, hydrant location, all of that in one. So what we talked about was with IT Director Tim Lunsford, what would be our best solution for that. Well, we currently use iPads for our firehouse inspection software. So we thought that would be our best bet for the support vehicles and the vehicles that weren't used that often. And then we also wanted to look at ToughPads, the Panasonic ToughPads, for our 3 administrative vehicles and our 2 first out pumpers. The benefit of having that, or those in those vehicles, we can access our reporting software through the state of Kansas, and then we can also access the ATF reporting software that the investigators use on scene. Having the ToughPads there, we can use them to take pictures, we can draw our diagrams, we can fill out the forms, we can get consent forms signed, everything's right there at our hands. So we submitted the grant, and we found out about 2 weeks ago that we were successful, and so I'm here before you tonight to ask for you to accept the grant in the amount of $21,153, and then to expend these funds for 5 Panasonic Toughbooks with mounts and accessories in the amount of $17,962.80, and 6 Apple iPads with protective cases in the amount of $2,067.96 from GovConnection for a total cost of the project of $20,030.76. Now, this is different than what you received in your packet, because this was a single quote initially, and so talking with Tim yesterday, found out that there was an issue with the company that we initially went to, so he said he had another source, and that source came in even cheaper. And so then this morning, it was determined that the quote that came in yesterday was after it had been published in the agenda, so we had to contact the other company to get another quote, which it didn't change, but the GovConnection is still the low quote on this.
Thank you. First of all, we need to accept the charitable donation in the amount of $21,153.
So we'll do 3, the accept the donation, and then separate the other 2 purchases, since they're coming from different dealers?
No, they're
They're
from
all coming from different countries, so we can bundle those.
We can combine
Okay.
the purchases, but we need to accept the grant.
I'll make a motion that we accept the grant from the local charitable foundation in the amount of $21,153.
Second.
Motion by Commissioner Harden, second by Commissioner Martinez, that we accept the charitable foundation donation of $21,153. Any discussion? All in favor? Motion carries 4-0. Then the next item is to...
I'll make a motion that we approve the purchase of 5 Panasonic Toughbooks with mounts and accessories in the amount of $17,962.80 and 6 Apple iPads with protective cases in the amount of $2,067.96 from GovConnection in the amount of $20,030.76 total.
Do I have a second? I have a motion that we approve the purchase of 5 Panasonic Toughbook with mounts and accessories in the amount of $17,962.80 and 6 Apple iPads with cases in the amount of $2,067.96 from GovConnection in the total amount of $20,030.76. Any discussion? All in favor? Motion carried.
Thank you.
Awesome.
Thank you.
I will let you know by rebidding that, or going with the other company, it saved about $1,400. And this is about $1,122 less than what the grant is for. And so we will be able to use those funds for the installation as well. So that won't come out of budget then.
Terrific. And thank you very much to the local charitable organization.
Yes, thank you.
Appreciate that.
Probably should. That's probably a good point. Yeah, go ahead, that's fine.
Doing this acceptance from a charitable donation, we also probably need to have a motion to accept the generous donation we just received from Southern Pioneer also in the amount of $25,000. If someone would make a motion.
I'll make a motion we accept the $25,000 donation from Southern Pioneer.
Second.
Okay, motion by Commissioner Martinez, second by Commissioner Harden to graciously accept the $25,000 donation from Southern Pioneer. Any discussion? All in favor? Motion carries.
Chris said it didn't matter, he had the check.
He accepted it.
Now he knows we know about it. Okay. The next item is solid waste.
Okay, and I was nice to Macario and didn't feed him to the wolves the first month.
Okay.
And basically, this is just a routine purchase. These are the trash bags that they use at the parks. We sell through City Hall, and we always buy them by the truckload. And staff is recommending that we purchase them from, excuse me, I can't read, so.
Dynapack.
Dynapack for $31,902.
So, but that's a crummy bid. I mean, it doesn't say anything about freight or anything.
The freight's included, that's why we buy it by the truckload, I'm sorry. Yeah,
Okay.
freight's included from.
Okay, but it doesn't say that on the bid at all. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. If
Is that just an
you're comfortable
agreement?
with
Yeah, that's an agreement we
Okay.
have with them, I guess.
Okay,
Or at least that's what I've been told.
okay.
Yeah, there was one on the, one of the notes, but it said J-Cord. Is that was the other bid? It said
Yes.
freight is included
Yes,
or price
they're
includes
40.
delivery.
Yeah,
They're less expensive.
Yeah. Yeah, they're, what, 30 cent a case higher or something? Sure, you pick on me on a day I can't read.
I'll make a motion to approve the purchase of black 2 mil trash bags in the amount of $31,902 from Dynapack.
I'll second that.
Motion by Commissioner Harden, second by Commissioner Martinez to approve the purchase of 5 mil trash bags in the amount of $31,902 from Dynapack. Any discussion? All in favor? Motion carries 4-0. The next item is We have Adolescent Support Services Truancy Program. Do we need anyone here to talk about?
That is part of the manager's
Okay.
report.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, you're on then, Mr. Manager.
Okay. Well, you got the truancy report, so
Okay.
there's no need in going over the numbers. But I do want to thank all the staff, and we've had a pretty good joint effort the last couple weeks because everybody wanted to start playing ball at one time, so we've had a lot of departments out working on ball fields, and some of them basically dedicated their whole staff, gave one or two where they could, because we had 9 soccer fields. Everybody started playing ball at one time. And I especially want to thank Southern Pioneer and all our other donors. I want to thank Warren Construction for their work at the ballpark. And I want to thank all the people that bought advertising signs. I heard a lot of comments, well, the city spent a lot of money out there on these ball fields. A lot of the improvements out there were done through donations, people buying advertising signs, and Ronnie has dedicated a lot of his time and his labor to that. And so it wasn't city tax dollars that all went out there, and I really want to emphasize that. And thank you, Ronnie.
Yes. We appreciate that.
I had some good help.
We appreciate that very much.
I did hang 5 sheets of tin, though. No. And that should be about everything
I forgot you showed up late that day, didn't you?
Do you have anything you would?
I don't.
Okay. I want to thank Chris Ford and Brad Beer and Alicia Hidalgo for representing the City of Liberal and the Washington, D.C. trip. I appreciate you going and doing that. I want to thank Pete Earls and all of your staff for all the hard work you've done to get us to this point and the bidding process on our treatment plant. And thank Cal and also Pete for all the trips you made and conversations you had with KDHE and Lynn for your work on the contracts and all the legalese you put in there for us. And I want the public to know that this process did not happen overnight. We have been working on this for a year and a half probably. And so it's very fulfilling to reach this point. And I thank Alicia and Tani because you were there organizing meetings for us and helping us all throughout the year. And Chris, I thank you for your advice, being there and helping us on the dollar questions. And again, I want to give a huge thank you to Southern Pioneer. That is a very generous donation, and we really appreciate it.
And I'll echo a lot of what our mayor shared. This wastewater project has been going on from what I've heard 10 years before we ever even took office, maybe even longer. So awesome to finally get to see something like this, finally start moving forward in the right direction. So thank you guys for all of your hard work. It's phenomenal to see everything moving to this point. And the ball fields do look terrific. So, and I went out and drove out there, saw the new signs. So appreciate everything you've done out there, Ronnie, and all the city staff and personnel. To the citizens in the community, I know that our last meeting, which I thought was an excellent meeting, did have some divisive topics in it. I know I've had more people reaching out to me than normal. I just want to accent that there are 5 of us commissioners. So if you reach out to a commissioner that they do not share the same view as you, definitely reach out to other commissioners, kind of wait and try to find the one that you can be a constituent of. And just keep coming to the meetings, keep paying attention. Staff, thank you for everything you do. And hopefully we'll be able to continue having a smooth year.
Yeah, I guess it can't be said enough. I'd like to go ahead and thank staff too. I think it's been awesome, a lot of the projects and different things that have happened, and there's too many people to name, I guess. So really just thank all the staff. I mean, because I think things are going really good in the community right now, and we all know there's little things here and there that we can improve on still, and I think that they're not out of staff's mind either. They're working on those things, and but for the most part, they've worked really hard to try to solve all the problems that need solved. And the drainage thing, want to thank Southern Pioneer for that contribution, because that was a project that we were and still are probably going to have to quit short of being finished. But Cal is a pretty good salesman. I found out that on my sign project. We do, just to kind of update it a little bit, we do have 36 signs up on the fence already, and that is that project is basically funded with all advertising from the signs, and there's been a little cooperation, donated time from different people from the Baseball Association. Definitely hasn't been Ron Warren out there by himself. I think maybe I've been out there every time somebody was doing something, but had help. Eric Olmstead, the high school coach, was out there every time we put metal up. Had several board members, like say Cal was out there, so we've had a lot of help with it. Ron Warren Construction had employees that were out there, but they needed to be out there because they actually were getting paid for theirs because they were doing it during their working hours. So, but none of the board members from the Baseball Association were getting paid for their time. So the project's come along pretty good. I think probably got 6 to 8 signs out there still in limbo that people have committed to. So we're up in the 40s, and the opportunities are getting narrow for space on the wall before too long. And I think by the end of the year we'll have, or by summer when we start the summer programs, and maybe high school regional, I cross my fingers, hope we can host a regional here. We'll have at least 50 signs up there, and I think it's going to happen because we're like I said, the numbers are getting smaller and smaller what we need to fill the wall. So but,
that's what you have room for. 50.
We really could get probably about 56 up there if we wanted, probably more than that, but I don't want to go all the way to the fence. The foul areas are a lot bigger than a person thinks over there. They're like 50, 60 feet. And when you start walking across the outfield out there, you ought to, if you need a little exercise, just walk from one foul pole to the other foul pole, because it's a, well, 732 foot of fence. It's not, there's like say 120 out, so it's only like 600 from one foul pole to the other. But that's a lot of walking back and forth when you're dragging tools and different things. But I've appreciated all the help that I've got trying to make that project happen from the city and from the Baseball Association and from the public, and it's been a success. I think if anybody hasn't been out there to see it, needs to drive out there. And on that note, I'd like to thank the city on behalf of the Baseball Association for we started Cal Ripken last night, of course, with working on the 15th Street parking lot. We're over on the softball fields, and for the most part it went pretty good last night, I think, and we appreciate the city working with us on doing that. And tonight will be the step, I guess I can tell you about that, and then everybody wants me to shut up so we can get out of here. But we have let Perryton bring 3 teams to play some league games over here, and I'm kind of hoping that's us saying, the Baseball Association, that we're making some effort to get some tax dollars brought into town, because I've talked to those coaches, you know, said, yeah, we want you to come over here and play double headers, and your parents come over here and you go eat and go to Walmart and whatever. So I'm kind of hoping it's a little bit of us paying the community back to get some people over here at a couple of nights a week that they might not usually come to spend money in Liberal. So, and maybe looking at doing a little bit more of that with the older groups in the summer too, besides our state tournaments. But just appreciate everybody that's wanting to make this community better. That's all I got.
Thank you, Ron.
Also want to thank Southern Pioneer for their generous donation. And they do a good job being a community partner. Lights go out, they get them on fairly fast back, so they're a good company. And thank all the staff for working on this wastewater treatment. Pete, that was something that was told to me when I got on to be a commissioner. You will deal with a sewer treatment plant in your time period, so it's here now. And you almost the end of it, it's here. So that's all I have there. Thanks.
Thank you.
I was going to add one more person's name, since I'm sure he's not going to hear it and he's not listening probably, but Trevor Thompson is a member of the Baseball Association, and he's been out there other than during working hours, and sometimes during working hours when he's got off early, almost every time I've been out there putting up signs or helping with the fence. So I just want to thank him special also for helping make that project happen for the field.
Thank you.
And also tonight is senior recognition night at the ball fields. I know Ronnie's got a senior, but I'm sure all the kids would love for there to have support. So if you have time, come out and support the team. Take a look at what we've done out there.
Yeah, I forgot to mention that. Head out there and check out all the work.
Be a good night to go by. The game will be on the radio because it's a WAC game playing Dodge City. The JV, if we can talk a little longer, Cal missed the start of it, but it starts at 4 o'clock and varsity starts at 6.
We gotta get Cal out like that anyway. Okay, thank you, commissioners. We're ready for the vouchers.
I'd make a motion, we approve the vouchers in the amount of $1,309,872.18.
Second.
Have a motion by Commissioner Warren, second by Commissioner Harden to approve the vouchers in the amount of $1,309,872.18. Is there any discussion? All in favor? Motion carries 4-0. We are adjourned. Thank you for coming, everyone.